I need to refresh this. This always happens. I need to refresh this browser. Is that it? Refresh cache of current page? Yeah, there we go. All right, chat's working. Let's see about code share. Boom. Chat's also working. All right. Yeah, so I guess now first things first. Let's find some music, right? Like we gotta see what we're listening to today. Let's see. Royalty free. Oh, let's just do Japanese lo-fi radio 24/7. That'll do. I think I have the levels adjusted. Oh no. Yeah, yeah. Seems like it's probably pretty loud. It's certainly loud for me. All right. Somebody in chat's gonna have to tell me how the volume of the music is, because I can't really tell, honestly. All right, we're in business there. Yeah. Well, I need to remember kind of where I am with this whole thing in the first place. All right. So, yeah, we've done some pretty cool things. By we, I mean me this morning. And I can't tell if my camera's like freezing or not on the stream. You know what? I should actually check and make sure it's coming through on Agora TV. But this is what happens when you upgrade to like the beta of the new version, you know. All right, let's see. Is everything up and running? Make sure it's coming through on Agora TV. But this is what happens when you upgrade to like the beta of the new version, you know. Alright, let's see. Is my voice quiet for you guys? I don't know. It's probably fine. I'm gonna turn this volume down a little bit. Alright, we in business. So the magical things that we've done, it's just the beginning of this sort of magic features. But basically, what we want to do, so Igniter is, you know, a source code patcher, so you can write installers that might modify source code. And one of the things that we want to do is we want to try to make it reasonably semantic. Like, it's a best effort type thing, like installing something into a code base or generating code into a code base. There's going to be a million different reasons why it won't work, and that's totally fine. So all we need to do at that point is just bail out and say, hey, we couldn't generate the code that you wanted or whatever. That's not a big deal. What we need to do, but we do want to honor some of the semantics of code that we're generating. And so this is an example of what we've done. And this is thanks to Mitch Hamburg, who does NextLS. He released a error-tolerant Elixir parser that allows you to basically, given some like arbitrary point in code, right? So if I were to say, actually, if I were to do something like this, right? And then I were to say, you know, Spitfire dot container cursor to quoted gives me back a tuple. So, and then I would say Spitfire dot env dot expand some file, right? So what this will actually do is this will tell me, like, I'll get back from this, something will contain like aliases, you know, you've got baz aliased to foo.bar.baz, right? And so we can get like information about the AST, information about the sort of environment of a file without compiling it necessarily, and we can get it at a given point. And so this actually powers, so I don't need this code, but this powers two features now in Igniter, and I think we can leverage that to make smarter patchers later on down the road. But the first one is, when comparing the equality of two items, it will first expand any aliases according to the location that you're comparing equality of, right? So for example, this actually, I just realized, did I do something wrong here? Because we want to make sure that nodes equal. We shouldn't expand aliases. Yeah, right. Okay, we don't expand aliases in the right side. Okay. So this is doing the right thing. And what this means is I have this code here that it if you kind of read it, you can read it like a script, right? So first we go to def module. We should actually make a helper for this. So we'll just say move to def module zipper. Okay, zipper.t error. And then we'll say this, it's just this. Zipper to the, I wonder, should we will just say to a def module call, because we don't want to enter it necessarily. That might not be what they want to do. So now we can say igniter.code.module.move to def module is what that should be called. Move to def module. Okay. So yeah, I am using Zed. I like it. I think for me, I've gone through like every editor known to mankind at this point. I mean, I'm sure somebody could prove to me that that's not correct, but I split up this function. But for me at this point, ultimately, my number one thing is I don't have time to fiddle with my editor and play with it and toy with it and all that sort of stuff. And that's a fun activity I used to love, and I still even love doing it. Sometimes I'll let's make Emacs my thing again, or let's try out NeoVim. But at the end of the day, I have a to-do list that goes out 20 years. And so the number one heuristic for me is how much time do I spend coding versus fucking with my configuration and whatnot. And for me, that Zed is winning that race. So that's why I'm using it. It's just there's things it can improve, but at the end of the day, it just doesn't crash or do any weird shit, and it works well enough and gives me enough of what I need, and it's super fast. So yeah, I prefer Zed. Yeah. Zed definitely it's hard to go back to a slower editor after working with Zed. Okay, I'm actually, I don't know if anybody's noticing watching on the stream, but as my little video bubble, I see it happening on my screen where I freeze every once in a while, and I'm trying to figure out if that's happening on stream or if that's just happening for me. So anybody who's watching, let me know if you see that my camera's kind of starting. I don't think there's anything I can do about it really. Again, I'm on macOS beta like a dummy, but it's what it is. So yeah, now what we do, so we go into a def module, we go to the do block, so now we're inside the def module, we move right until we find something that is a list. So moving right in this context is kind of moving through the block. I haven't really found a pretty, I want to find I think there's a prettier way to say this, even if it's just step through block or something like this. or move through block, even though technically it is just from a zipper standpoint, it's just move through the block, or move right is all it actually is, but I think it would be nice to have like a more semantic name. And then we say prepend new to list, and this needs to know whether or not this value, so we're here, we're at this list, and it says going to prepend this to this list. And the old solution would have done this. It would have made it this list. Okay, thanks, Haley. I'm just gonna have to live with this one, I guess. I don't really know what I would do to fix it. So the old solution would have done this, not realizing that because of this alias, these two values are equal. But now, when we check node equality, we first evaluate the environment as of this point, and now this does what it should do, which is it knows that foo.bar.baz is the same as baz in this context. The other thing that we do is we use existing aliases when adding code. So this one could be a little bit weird. Like it could produce some like kind of weird alias usage, but I think it's better than the old behavior where I would never reuse an alias. So we're gonna have to maybe converge on a really good solution there. But okay, and this can use my other thing now. Module.move to def module. So what this will do is we're adding some code. We're adding a second list after this list, which doesn't really make any sense to do, but that's what we're doing. But there's already these aliases here, and we're adding a module name. So the user would likely prefer if we used the existing aliases over just put the whole module name here, right? Let's do like this, right? So now, done this way, we'll get, we will use any existing aliases. So I think there's more that we can do, but these are the simple ones that I wanted to add. And we're still kind of, let me see actually if I've heard back on this one. We're still waiting on we need to get sorcerer released to hex before I can actually release the next version of Igniter. So I might see what I can do about that. Let's see, you might hear my cat meowing in the background. Let's see, I'm asking to see if there's any progress. Is there any current progress? Alrighty. So, maybe we'll see what Dorgan says. I forget his real name. I feel like I should know it, but I don't. Oh, Lucas. That's what it is. It's Lucas. All right. So we'll see what they say, and then we will go from there. But for now, what I've got on my plate is to work on the Ash installer. Yeah, okay, let's just do that while we wait to see what's going on with that. So now what we can do is we need to pull up our examples that we've been using to test all of this stuff, and we can see how it works with the latest stuff. Okay, so this is using all local dependencies. It is. And now let's clean it up to remove all this generated crap. And also get rid of that. All right, we can get rid of this. We can get rid of this and all this. All right. So let's just try it out. So mix igniter.install ash. Different specs were given for sorcerer out from Spark. Okay, I'll have to tell it. Sorcerer path. Yeah, 30-second high-level overview of what is going on in the stream. I can do that for you. Give me 1 second. Why? Oh, there we go. So we're working on the so we've in past streams we've done streams on Igniter, which is the new sort of project patching code generation installer framework. We actually do have an installer that works, that's deployed for Spark. It's a very small one, which is why we chose this one. But so if I say mix igniter.install Spark, it'll do some basic things. Like if you can see it, like this is what it would look like in real life. Let me not do that. You can see like the full loop. So what this should do is this should propose adding the Spark dependency, and then it should tell me, actually it might not need to, code module 46. So, zipper dot all the way up is also not what that's called anymore. We did actually get this shipped to, this is the only one I care about, to topmost. Got that shipped to Sorcerer, which is great. We want to try to get back to the packages that power this whole thing. So we're working on the installer, and I'll show you an example of an installer that should work once I fix this crap. Yeah, so it's going to say, hey, look, we got to add Spark to your dependencies, and it says we have to do that before we can run any individual installers. So I'll say, yeah, let's do it. Errors on dependencies. Oh yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about that. And so now what it says is like, okay, well, here's what we're going to try to change. We're going to add some config files. This is just what it does whenever you add any config file. It adds like all of the config files that are relevant. And then we're going to make the changes that it recommends, which is it has you add some stuff to your config.x's, and it has you add the spark.formatter plugin. So that's from this installation right here. So I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And now I've got Spark installed, and it set up my config files for me, and it set up my .formatter for me. So if I undo that, just to show you an example of what I think is really cool about this, is if I, in the Ash installers, we actually say, Ash.install, we actually say igniter.compose task. It's a whole thing that lets you turn a bunch of smaller things into one igniter, one installer basically. And this will install Spark. So this will actually do it if I just say install Ash. He doesn't like that I've overridden the child dependency. That's fine. When I'm working on these locally, I have to use local dependencies. I don't know if this one's going to work because I haven't actually run the Ash installer since I made a bunch of changes in core, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, so it installs the dependency that we need. It creates the config files, and you can see that it configures the Spark formatter with this configuration, That's the one that comes from the Spark installer. That's right here. It says set the formatter remove parens to true, right? But the Ash configuration, or the Ash installer, actually asks to configure more things. So you can see we say igniter.configure formatter ash.resource section order, and we say give it this default section order. So it merges all of that stuff into one big patch, so that you can review, like, here's all the changes that we're going to make to install the Ash package. But I don't have to, like, I can change what it means to install Spark in Spark, and I don't have, it's not like all in one big giant, like, sort of messy set of templates or something like that. So now I can say yes, and we should have Ash installed. It didn't add the dependencies here because I have it as a local dependency. It ignores those. But we do have what we need for Ash to run, and now I could say something like mix ash.gen.resource twitter.tweets.tweet, and I could say, to give it attribute, name, string required, UID primary key, ID. This is all coming from here, ash.gen.resource. Don't need that. And this will generate. So you can see now, I asked it to generate a resource, and it assumes that, like, right now there's a lot of conventions going on. So it's going to assume that the domain is this is the convention, is that the domain is the module -1 thing, right? So like twitter.tweets.tweet is a resource, so the domain should be twitter.tweets. That's actually, like, you can configure it. You can tell it what the domain is, but that's what that's what it's going to guess that it is by default. But because the way that this does gen.domain, this composes the ash.gen.domain task. That means that it properly does things like configures the domain in config. Haley says, having something like this for Elixir's DevTools stuff. Yeah, I mean, this is a really common problem, I think. And I think it's one of those things where, like, the barrier to entry at the front door can be really high for frameworks, right? And for languages in general, because most people, in my experience, enter a language through a framework, not decide I want to use Elixir and therefore, or I want to use Gleam and therefore I'm going to find the web framework. That does happen, but it's just, I think, less common. And so the cleaner, the less friction you can have on that front door into the usage of a framework is actually very important. And that friction, actually, in my experience, comes as having to make a bunch of decisions up front. So you can have, like, a project generator, and that project generator has, like, 20 options. Like, well, do you want to use, like, do you want to have this kind of thing? Do you want to have that kind of thing? And, like, half the options people don't know. Like, when you use mixphoenix.new in Elixir, it's like you could, there's a --no ecto option. But if you're, like, learning Elixir for the first time by trying to play with Phoenix, for example, you don't even know what ecto is necessarily, right? So, like, how do you know if you want it? And so I think we need to flip that whole pattern and paradigm on its head. And instead, what you have to do is look at my frozen face. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Instead, what you have to do is be able to stack choices incrementally on top of each other. Now, with that said, this approach is more difficult to maintain. It's more difficult, and there's a lot of, like, variations of this. Like, there's a lot of, I couldn't patch that the way I thought I could, but I think that ultimately that's just elbow grease and good messages to the user. So I do think that this is the way that we need to be thinking about installing things in general into a code base whenever possible. So yeah, now I can say, make me that resource. I hit yes, and I get a domain, and I get a thing. And what's actually really cool about this is if I go ahead and let's just delete the resource for now. And right now, if I were to say, I actually want this resource to use Postgres. This is really cool. Actually, this isn't going to work. I need to mix igniter.install hash Postgres first. We're just going to do a whole bunch of stuff. I actually have no idea if this is going to work. This might work. Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be interesting to see how tooling like this kind of, it's going to have to exist, I think, for most languages to get the experience that I want. Like, so it'd be kind of cool to see what it looks like in Gleam and any other thing, really. Okay, so yeah, this installs Ash Postgres, sets me up with a repo, turns my app into an application because it wasn't one before, because you need a runtime, and then it's going to run a code gen task, which is pretty cool too. Code gen will generate any migrations that we need. So you can see, like, we get this file that's going to like write some functions into our database that Ash uses, which is pretty cool. And so now I can say mix, let's go back to my command, and I'll say -- extend Postgres. And you can see I get a resource that lives inside of Postgres. Like, I don't have to like this is super useful. But let's say I did it without -- extend, and I just said generate it, and then I'm like, oh, you know, I really want this to live in Postgres. And so what we would do is like mix ash.gen or mix ash.extend. I think this is how this works. Ash or twitter.tweets.tweet Postgres. So now this will just modify the resource to use Postgres. So like you could decide like, oh, actually I want this to use Postgres now instead of the other thing. And so let's say, okay, I'm going to do that. Now this isn't perfect, but let's say I'm like, actually I want it to be stored in ets. So, oh, it didn't change anything. This might be a problem. Let's see, ash.extend. I could have sworn we had like a, yeah, this should extension if it's a function extension. Simple add extension. Huh. Oh, well, no, it's. Huh. Let's see why this didn't work. So it knows about the extension. If it's function extension. It's not a function. Is it going to run an installer? Oh, you know what? I think simple add extension might be. Oh, this is implemented in Spark now. Spark. Igniter. Add extension. So we. If singleton. Huh. We're getting here. So this should, okay, we are getting here. So if I replace X with extension, there we go. So it's going to replace the data layer with ash.datalayer.ets. However, this is actually kind of a problem, and I'm not sure if there's any good way. Like if I were to compile this, it's going to tell me like we can't make this change to Postgres. Like it doesn't know what this is anymore because this is a dynamic DSL. So if I say ash Postgres.data layer, hey, autocomplete's working, fancy. Working everywhere? Yeah. This is our custom Elixir Sense plugin working to power like DSL autocomplete, which is great when it works. So yeah, I need to figure out like how we would do this. I think that the trick would be that if we're going, it's kind of interesting. It's like if we're going to replace the data layer extension, we need to put we need to put the other extension into the extensions list. So we would do something like this. We would do this. Do this first. Then we need to move it to extensions. This isn't something that Spark should do for us. This is something that maybe, I mean, we could have like a, oh, maybe it should be something, I don't even know. Let's just try it and see if it works. Alright, so now if I were to say to extend with ads. Elixir is pretty wild. Yeah, 662. Force, what the hell is going on? Apply functions, no worries. Okay, so we're returning. So this is returning error. Why would this be returning error? Oh, yeah, right. Because we're in the keyword here, so I need to do like, oh, this is kind of weird, but igniter.common.within. Don't ask me about the magic spell I just did. Is that all I needed? Igniter.code.common. Yeah, there. Oh. It needs, oh shit. This is weird. We need to figure out what the current value is. Oh. That's that's annoying. Okay, so we would need to say something like this. Okay, igniter.code.keyword.get. I'm not getting autocomplete here though. We need keyword get. You can't. There is no get key. Shit. There's keyword has path, so I can probably just kind of bastardize this. Get key. Just not do it doubly nested for right now. Okay, so then I'm gonna say just the key, not has path, and I don't need this case at all. Get key. Okay. Oh, this could be better. I can use igniter.code.list.list. Zipper. That cleans things up a bit. And then I'll say move to the list item. Yeah. Okay. So we move to the list item where the first element matches a pattern. And now I can say, okay, oh, here we go. So now we will be at the value. Okay. So, and then instead of false, I'm going to return error. Okay. So now I can say current value equals get keyword.get key zipper key, and then now we'll say case current value. So if there is a current value, do I want to? Why does that have a problem? First value would exceed. I don't know. I'll probably raise something. So say if we do have a current value, then we want to do all this stuff. I wish Vim support is not my favorite. Okay, otherwise we'll do zipper. So then we're going to put this. So the current value zipper is what we get back, and we'll say zipper dot. Do I have that aliased? I hate alias. Alias or zipper dot node current value zipper is the value that we're gonna. Okay, we'll say old extension to move. All right, I think I did like 5 things wrong in that whole thing. Well, valid syntax. What happens when I do it? There's no way I got this right on the first try, by the way. It's way too complicated of a thing. Holy shit. I did it. All right. So, what this... Oh, I gotta discard this. Okay. So what this does, by moving the extension into the extensions key instead of the data layer key, or like by moving it, I mean, any DSL contained by the singleton that I just removed would still be valid. So now, like, you'll see this compiles. It just doesn't actually, like, this DSL just kind of hanging out. So you could go back in and like remove it or do something else that you wanted. Like I think that's better. I mean, theoretically, if you uninstall an extension, we can actually remove all of the sections. Is that too magical? Maybe it's not. Maybe I did the entirely wrong thing here. And instead what we should do is if you remove an extension from a singleton, we can actually do this. We could say, we'll have to like expand the aliases. Oh. We'll have to. Oh, jeez, it's crazy. I'm gonna go for it. Fuck it. So we have something about expanding the environment, expand aliases that I could make. Okay. Make this public. Wow. All right, so what we'll do, actually, wait, expand aliases. This is exactly what I was talking about. This should not be applied to the right. Right? Expand aliases. Where are we using this internally? Left, right. Yeah, this should actually just be like this. Oh, also. All right. Yeah, so we just don't need right here at all. Expand aliases is something that happens inside the zipper, and that's it. All right. All right. So now what I can say here is that the current value equals case. Okay, zipper value zipper. I have to do it like this with zipper. Then I'll say true niter.common. Do I have a module? should have a module. This needs to take a zipper. So okay. Let's before I type, if common dot node matches pattern zipper I don't need the if. That's just now we know it's a module. Okay. So it's a module. If I do that, now I can say igniter.code.module. This is value zipper. Module igniter. Okay, then I would say igniter.code.common. So it's called module zipper. Expand aliases. Like whatever, figure that out later. So oh shit, where was I? All right, expand aliases of the module zipper. So we know we're looking at a module. And then I will say we're gonna get the node now. We're gonna get the parts. Zip, yep, there you go. Chat GPT or whoever that was has no idea what it's talking about. I fucked something up, haven't I? No, this is right. Alright, so then we'll say module.concat parts. Okay, I think there's a problem here. 105 is missing a terminator. Anybody sees the thing I didn't close, you can... Oh. There we go. Okay. So, we know what the current value is now. Now this is where shit gets really crazy though. This is Spark magic that, like, I don't like to use the word magic, but in this case I just happen to know exactly how to do this. I wouldn't expect people to follow this part. Which is we now have a module here that is an extension. And so we can say sections equals module.section. Well, we'd say if, or do we have a thing for start language server, please? All right. Extension. Can I say, like, is it something an extension? Callback. Okay, so we have, I can use if spark.implements behavior module spark.dsl.extension else we're gonna return the zipper. All right, so so now we can get we need to get all of the constructors. This is insane. I don't know if this is a good idea, but we need to get all of the stuff that we're gonna, let's actually say module.sections. For now, I'm gonna reject all the ones that are top level. No, I'm not. So we'll just say constructors to remove. All right, I'm just gonna return OK zipper here. Let me go back to my example and put it back to using, so we can test this out when it's time. All right. All right. So if the section is top level, I'm gonna raise, can't do that yet, Dave. else. Okay, so what we're gonna do is it's gonna be section.name 1. So there's a 1 argument section name that we can remove from the function in scope. Actually, I might be able to just do this. We'll say, all right, so this will be section.entities, enum.map. So we say nested sections, nested entities. All right, so the arities at entity.args, I need to know how many optional arguments there are, which I forget exactly how that works. There's, let's see. Optional key value. So in this case, it's actually optional if it's not an atom. So enum.count, not is atom. Okay, we get all of the args that are not an atom. And then what we do, so let's take an optional count. And then we'll say required count equals, and then for required count, flat map. Required count to optional count. No, to required. Actually, I don't need to know the option. Oh, I do. Total count. So this would be total count. I don't need to count at all. Total count minus optional count. Required count to total count. So then we will say entity.name I. There we go. So that's the constructors for all of the that's the constructors for all of the nested entities. And then now we need do some weird things if it's, what is 0? No, it does the right thing. Okay. So now nested sections equal, oh shit. No, that's right, nested module section.entities. Okay. This one's a lot simpler because sections don't have optional arguments or any arguments. So it's actually just sections.sections. Section.name I. Nested entities. Okay. This, I don't even know. So now what we theoretically can do. Okay, so let's actually, let's not be fully barbaric. I'll make this a function called section constructor or extension constructors. So this just takes module, I think. So module. Alright, so now we can say enum.reduce zipper. No, sorry, constructors to remove. Oh, this is gonna be crazy. All right, we'll call this remove constructors. Okay, remove constructors, zipper, constructors to remove. All right, this is gonna be bonkers. So remove constructors. I'm gonna make sure I'm on do not disturb here. Yeah. All right. So what this looks like. Need a base case. So this will be name arity. So what this will look like is actually pretty straightforward. Say case igniter.code.function. Wow, it knows about these things. So we find the function call in the current scope by that name and arity. And then if we do, we say, okay, no, we say, we get to error case. Then we say remove constructors. Oh, I need a case do error. Constructor zipper rest. Okay, zipper. Okay, and I need to do this now. It needs to go. I need to remove constructors. I need to continue going with this first one because I found one and I removed it. So what this looks like is we're actually going to say igniter.code.common.within zipper. This is also a zipper. It's fine. Okay. So, in here, when this goes to error, we're going to return error. And now we're going to say, okay, zipper.remove zipper. Actually, I think that's it. Module zipper. Value zipper. 180. Okay, it doesn't know yet about some of these things, but we have this. So this should actually just be enum.flatmap. No need for the accumulator. And then we're good, enum.flatmap. So this needs to return this. Oh, plus. No, I don't need section. Yeah, okay. It doesn't know about these functions because they don't exist to it yet. So now, theoretically, if I change the data layer to ets, it should remove the call to Postgres, to the Postgres config. Okay, that's not so bad. We get whatever this is. Let's see. Zipper.within. This should, I think I fixed it, or this is, it should expect, if I go to within, yeah. So this should do the right thing. How many people are here? I'm curious. Not bad. It was 10, but now it's 8. I guess if you ask how many people are here, people leave. What doesn't it like about this? So it's calling in with 531. Just remove. Are we calling remove constructors? Is this okay zip being like okay zipper? Let's see. That would do it. Okay, that's not the problem. So we're saying within it goes to top and then it goes up and it's getting OK zipper. So that doesn't make any sense. Let's see, what is my function? So that's returning error. That should be right. That's correct. This warning is strange. Is it happening because of this command? We're going to have to not warn it about this. Because I can't have that warning, like, getting spit out in the middle of installing this stuff. It's fine. Maybe is it fine? I don't know. Nobody does that anyway. Okay. Maybe it's not fine. Whatever, we'll figure that out later. So let's go back to igniter code common def within. So this should be. We're calling zipper.top. That's right here, zipper. What does zipper look like? I can only assume we're returning like a doubly nested OK tuple. We'll call them tuples. That is right. So we are doing that. So this function that we're calling within is returning. Oh, you know what? But is it even where I think it is? Does it really not have? It really doesn't have a single hint as to the sort. How is that even possible? Oh, that's frustrating. Okay. I mean, my assumption is that it has to be in the igniter code that we just added, right? Because it would make a lot of sense for it to be somewhere else. So we have our call to within. Oh, we have. Maybe let's just try this real quick. Within zipper. Return OK zipper. Actually, just return error. This should not give us the patch that we need, but it should at least tell us potentially. Okay, so this is not the problem. That's the real thing that's it. This is not the one that's the problem. Is this the one that's returning the wrong thing? No, that's okay. I don't understand why the backtrace isn't telling me anything about anything. Blowing my mind. So we're getting here. Are we getting past this code to remove constructors? Oh, there it is. Remove constructors already returns the okay. Alrighty, we figured it out. So now let's see if it does the right thing. Okay, so it moved it, but it did not remove the constructors like we wanted it to. So let's see what's going on. What constructors does it think that it should remove? Should actually do this code.ensure loaded. Man, this might be awesome. What the it's not getting into either of these. What? Am I missing something? Oh, no. Postgres 1. Yeah, no. Okay, that's the right thing. That is the right thing. Okay, so it's remove constructors. It's doing the wrong thing. Cool. All right, so move to function call in current scope, zipper name arity. Are we finding it? Let's see. We are not finding it. Okay, this might be because the zipper, right. Because the zipper is at the very top right now. It's not worth figuring this out, so instead what I'm going to do is this. We're going to restart the traversal to make this happen. So remove constructors is going to take zipper dot topmost yeah. So I know I can't have changed any of these things. So I can just say zipper equals. Okay. And then, so now we're going to go to the module using, yeah. Now theoretically, I think this will work. There's a comma. Can't spell the word zipper. If anybody saw my tweet the other day about if I ever have to see the word zipper again, you could probably see why now. Oh, that's not right. What the shit? Is there a Vienna within update nth argument? Ah, damn it! Oh, this makes things a lot more complicated, doesn't it? Okay, I need to figure this out. So I'm inside of an update statement, and so we're updating an argument value, and I need to. What the what do I even do here? So, debating doing something very ugly. It's probably not a good idea. Alright, what we'll do is we'll say something like this. Current value equals. Yeah, so we're gonna have to do all of this stuff after this, and so we'll say if singleton yeah, so singleton so this is really the code, this is the logic to remove an extension, and I should probably just call this that. I didn't really think about it, but I don't know if this is gonna work. Whatever. So what we need to do now though is we need to do this. Okay, arg zipper igniter.code.function.move to nth argument zipper key. All right. So this might actually put us there. Right, so now we get this current value. First and now here we can say something like case do, okay. Maybe, I don't know. Arg zipper. Right. Data layer -1. Nth, right, 331. No, that's move to nth argument 256. 107. Move to nth argument, 1. Okay, well, it's not removing the things like we wanted it to, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So we are finding the thing to remove, and then we'll say here, so let's see, constructors to remove. Okay, we're not getting in here, let's go. Oh, because, no. Oh wait, we are getting there, sorry. Can't, it's like weird. It's happening before the compile argument is happening. Yeah, there it is, Postgres one, okay. Cool. So we go to the topmost of the, let's take a look. What is it? Igniter.debug. Let's code at node. Yeah, okay, so now when I get to here, where are we? It should be in like the module body. Oh, it's in, oh. Okay, I think I just don't need this. Okay, now what? We're in use ash.resource. Move to module using is doing the wrong thing, right? All right. that's right. It's not a thing because it's just like this. All the way up. So that's right. This is topmost. Okay, so it does seem to be breaking some of our tests when I don't say move, maybe move to block. Let's see, does that fix these tests? Or is that something else? Okay. Interesting. What happens if I do this? Does it, because it should, the whole point of the way this works is it should be able to continue going right if we want to, because there's more stuff in the... Yeah, okay, so moving right does work. So maybe it's actually just the, this remove constructors. And now we say move to function call in current scope. All right, so what does that look like? Move to function call in current scope. So yeah, we maybe enter a block and then we move for, actually fine, because we know that this isn't even it. So before we're at the use and after we're still at these. Yeah, so that's not affecting it either. So okay. Function call zipper name arity and predicate. Predicate should default to just true. That's right. All right. Not sure if I hit the mute button fast enough there. My dogs are so loud sometimes. Hang on. Don't bark into the microphone because people will be very upset, but you can say hello. Yeah. You're my best friend. Is it Pippin? We got Kuma down here, but he doesn't really like me very much. He likes to keep his distance. Yeah. All right, buddy. Oh, 5 minutes. Come on. All right, back to work. The move to function call and current scope is not working, and I don't know why. Even though it should be detecting that we are, I mean, so it's Postgres 1 is the function, right? Let's double check. Maybe it's like some other stupid thing that's going on that I'm not paying attention to. No, it's here. Yeah, so Postgres 1, and then let's do, so move to function call in current scope. Should first, yep. Oh, I forgot. I don't need to do this crazy. Whatever, it's fine. So what I need to do, maybe we're not matching one of these things. Yeah, so we're at use. Yeah, attributes is not it. That's right. Interesting. Postgres is not it either. Really? Postgres is saying false. What? Am I tripping? Oh wait, this isn't when we're looking for Postgres. We're looking for use. When we're looking for Postgres 1, we just get to this use and then we stop. Oh, that's weird. Why do we stop? Because there should be a function move right. Just try something. It's a good place. Okay, so that certainly. Well, did I accept the changes on the last one? No, I didn't. What? Alright, well, I guess that just shows we did this. If pred zipper and block or pred zipper. Probably what I need to do. Oh, wrong place. So we suppose we say use one and then we say false and then we never try again, and I don't understand why. This is the problem with recursive code. It's so fucking hard to debug. Move right. Definitely thought I'd be working more on the Ash installers. But this is actually more like the Spark installers, which I guess is not a big deal, but you know, maybe less exciting for people who want to see Ash related content. But gotta start where you gotta start. So we're checking the predicates here. And I would say, okay. Trying to move right after. What do we get? Yeah. See, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, that does make sense. It's this within function scoping. Oh. That sucks. That sucks. Okay, I get it. So within scopes the zipper to like, you can't escape the current position that you're in inside of this zipper. But I need to be in the block. Like, and so I think I actually I want to change our definition. So sorcerer has a within, but I want to change our definition of within, which is going to look something like case up top. Wait, don't we have? Oh, I had a thing for this. I did. It was like move to top block or something. Did I get rid of it? Move to topmost. No, block. So the word block was in the code. Highest adjacent block. Yeah. All right. So this is what I actually want. I want, if I say within, do I want to do this automatically though? So a user says within and they're at some position. No, I don't want to do this automatically. But when I move, yeah, okay. Okay, so this isn't the real thing that I want to do. This is something that I could use here. Well, I don't think this is public, is it? Highest adjacent block is, okay. But the real thing is when I do this bit and I say move to module using, I want to be in the block, not in the first element of the block. Right here. This is probably going to fuck a lot of things up, but let's see. Okay, all the tests still pass. So now I think this ought to work. Let's see. What? So smart.extend, no. Niter. So what this will look like is move to module using, is this not right? If igniter.common.code node matches pattern. Oh. No, see, move to use should do it. What are we getting in here? No, that's not right. Okay. Okay. All right. It's one of my favorite functions to type. Puts code at node. So what do we get? Okay, what the hell? Zipper.subtree. Oh, that's right. All right, so let's see. Where are we after we do that? We should be in a block. Continue. See, that's... something's wrong here. We need to move to the do block. That's what we need to do. We need to not maybe enter block, I think, or something like that. That's probably what it is. Okay, move to module using. Are we doing this in other places? Module using. Yeah. We expect to be inside it after we do that. Okay. Move to, so common. Yeah. Ooh, this is already complicated and we're just, oh, should not reach this case. Okay. Move to dev. Oh yeah, see, we should not need to move to do block after moving to dev module. Well, no, we should. What am I doing? because I didn't know it's common test. So we should need to, oh man, that's annoying. It doesn't know about my, so we need to, right in here, we should say, okay, zipper. And that, so this isn't working, and that's a problem. And I don't know why, but it's probably something, okay, so let's take a look at, let's just run one of these. Oh, man, it's like, all right. So this is going to be in move to do block. Yeah. All right. Right. See, this is okay. I've gone back and forth on this, and this is what I used to do. Is you would only move into a block if you were in a block surrounding an individual item. This is gonna break everything, but that would simplify this whole thing. But I'm starting to think we need to get rid of this whole maybe move to block that we have peppered around. You know, what do we do? Okay. Said on Twitter that my font is tiny. You gotta say it in chat. I could have fixed it. Oh well. Anyway, I think this is it. I mean, we didn't actually get anywhere, but I might call it here because things are getting finicky with what we need to do here. And the basic problem is, oh shit, I don't know. Maybe I should just maybe move to block. How often is that used? $20 times. All over the place. I feel like I need to remove most cases of this. Yeah, so the reason we use this is because as you're like traversing the AST, sometimes you end up in just like a traversing the AST. It sounds like I'm saying traversing the AST. Traversing the AST, you end up in this situation where like sometimes individual things are wrapped in blocks. And so, yeah, it should be that like maybe move to block should only do what it's doing if it's a single thing wrapped inside of a block. Or we need to remove the need for this. This is probably what ought to happen. So move to okay, let's just test. This is a simple one. Oh, and I should had like all this. Should undo this. I don't know how to do this with LG. Lazy kid, I mean. I'm gonna discard this. How do I do that? 1 of 41. X is open menu. Undo. Redo. Delete change, okay. Yeah. These are equivalencies. Okay. Okay. So why is this failing? Let's see. Line 30. Move to function call and current scope equals. It doesn't like that. And let's see why not. So zipper editor.debug.putscode.node. Okay. So that looks fine. So move to call function, maybe move to block. See, this is okay. Interesting. This, we shouldn't have it here. We should have it. Oh, that's the problem we see with moving right. Trying to go like, which is, yeah, no, you shouldn't enter a block here, because what you should do is you should go to the right, and the block, I don't think this will fix anything, but because we would only go into it if it contains a single value anyway. Let's just see what happens. Yeah. So, let's see. So we're checking two things for. So let's take a look. So yeah, oh, yep, here we go. We're in a block again. So I see. Moving to function call in current scope is not as simple as I thought it was, I guess is the real problem. So let's think about that. There's multiple blocks, right? So when we call the first time, what does the actual AST look like? Let's look at this in function test. Okay, so up here we've got this pretty. Okay, so we've got a block containing equals, oh, well. Okay. So the first time you call move to function call in current scope. This one right here. We actually should, this would be if this is a block of any kind. So we have common dot maybe move to block. We should actually have common dot enter block. Okay, let's try this. Let's change all this code to, maybe move to block should be something else. It should be maybe move to singleton block. I don't know. I'm just making fucking words up now at this point, but whatever. Okay, and then so maybe move to block here. Now nothing else should be using this, and move to here. This should say enters a block. And moves to the first child. Yeah, so now we're gonna say, okay, we're doing it. And then we'll say, oh, this should be okay. Did we break anything? So maybe move to block will go into and it won't go down again. It won't continue to go down. I think that might actually fix our problem. It does. Well, fix that particular problem. Okay. So that's where I think the source of the confusion was, is we had this utility for entering like a sort of value block or sort of single value block in the case that we wanted to compare some like value that we're looking at. All right, there's still a problem. So let's see what's going on here. So this is move to def module is not working. Because this is calling move to function calling current scope. Okay, well, what is... the right file. What? But why isn't this putting... What? The actual fuck is going on? What's asked at node is not... Oh, am I not calling the right test? No, I am. Test code common test. What's even happening? What? Oh, wow. How did that even happen? Did somebody watch? You gotta like chat. You gotta watch over my shoulder here. Okay, so we should be at a def module. So what the actual shit then? If we say move to def module. Common.move right. And I guess I should do something like the if function call. I feel like that should be necessary though. Oh, I guess if I confirmed what the problem is. I haven't, because I'm dumb. Alright. Yeah, okay, it's this one. It's move right. Alright, let's not be stupid next time. Node.debug.puts node. So what do we got here? Where are we at? I was gonna bail, but then my instinct to... Oh, did I... What? Wait, the io.puts went away again. What the... Okay, y'all are watching some, like, spooky stuff go on, right? I don't know what that is, but... Closing out my files. What the fuck? Alright, maybe I have had some wonky Zen shit going on, I don't know. Alright, so we're in a block that has a bunch of code inside of it. Including another block, which is a little weird, but that's okay. So the problem here, let's see, is we're saying line 80, move right until you find a list. Okay. And move right. I need to do something like this. This stuff breaks my brain. Okay. So this isn't the problem. So because move right needs to do kind of the same thing, I think. Yeah. Which is that if it's in a block, how did I do this? What is this? There's a place where it is like move to block. I did. But this should be maybe move to singleton block. That actually might be the only problem. Find index right. Do I even have any actual calls to? Alright, so this, that might be the whole thing, I don't know, let's see. Okay, it's not. So, this one we should say case. Yeah, alright. So we will enter the top level, I guess. Yeah, maybe move to block. Requires that we're out of block, otherwise we're going to we're going to go into the block. But we won't continue moving. I don't know if this is all foolproof or not. Oh, it's going to be very finicky. We just need a lot of tests for it, really, is the thing. This can go away. Alright, well, I probably broke the actual things that use this, though. Let's see. We did it! Oh, Meredith. What's up, Meredith? My wife's here in the chat. My wonderful, very lovely wife. She's not home with me. She's out on a trip. But she's out living her best life. And she stopped by to say hi. Everybody say hi to Meredith. It's cute. Thanks, baby. We did the thing. It's magic. Now when you remove an extension, it does this. But what I do need to do is I need to turn this logic into like remove extension. Right, and I need to then call like remove extension. So we'll call this like remove extension. We're gonna have to have a do remove extension. It does this with a zipper. And what this will do here is going to say, right, do remove extension, zipper. I guess we'll do it here. So, oh no, it needs a name. But yeah, I guess we need both. We need to know what's the path. Oh, that's the file path. So do remove extension won't need the path, but it will need the type. So type key extension singleton. That's true. Which one? Zipper type key module singleton. All right. Okay. All right. I think we got this going. So now here, I need to know the extension to remove. So it'll be extension constructors. Yeah. Okay. So just with this, it should do what we want. 155. Current value, remove extension. Hi babe, thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. Okay, so now what we can do is, now we have a remove extension tool. Update file. So, and what this will do, this needs to, what's this, if, so then if this is the case, then we're just going to say, okay, zipper. Well, I guess technically we couldn't remove the extension like they wanted in this case. Oh. All right, and then we'll say, so otherwise we need to do a similar thing as we're doing down here, but we need to remove it from the lists. So this is going to be like, yeah, this will look like this. It's actually pretty straightforward now that I think about it. So, I don't know why well, this isn't working for this, but 92. Yes. if this end closes, that if this end closes. Okay, there we go. So if it's a singleton, then to remove it, we need to just delete it. But we should only do it. So we'll say we're just removing an extension. I think the assumption is that, like, in this high level thing, somebody else is going to add one later. So we'll say, what's this? Yeah, so we're going to say, we have igniter.code.keyword. I think we have remove keyword key. Keyword, remove keyword key. And then it's just, yep, that's it. So that should, yeah, so, okay, if we were able to remove the key. So now otherwise we're going to, like, remove, is there a remove from list? Nope. Remove from, no, there's remove index. So we'll have, is it wrong? So, predicate zipper.t boolean yeah, this, okay, zipper.t def remove from list. So we'll say basically this. This will be kind of interesting. We'll say, yeah, okay, we'll say case do error. So otherwise we're gonna have to continue removing from list, right? While we found something. So then we'll say move right predicate zipper.down. That doesn't sound right. Oh yeah, because we want to go into the list. So we're gonna move right, and if we find something, oh yeah, then we're gonna remove it. I think that, does that work? I don't know. Let's find out. So we'll say dot remove from list. Right, yeah, so now we can say igniter.code.common.nodes equal nested zipper extension. So we're gonna put an empty list into that keyword. A little bit weird, but okay. Right side, please. Okay, so yeah, that's right. This one doesn't know about the new stuff. All right. So key is unused 120. Yeah, this do remove extension should actually more rightfully be called do remove constructors. And it doesn't need to know the key where they're going to live. a singleton. So now we need to do the same thing here, which is basically, this should be an error, and then at the end of all of everything, say case do, error, error, guess actually removing an extension if there already is one would just be fine. But if there's a zipper, then we're going to say do remove constructors. Right? So is that right? And that remove constructors. That returns an OK or error tuple, so that right there should be fine. Okay. Expand alias is get key removed from list. We know that doesn't happen. We know that doesn't exist. Topmost. Okay. Does everything still pass? Let's find out. All right. And let's see. Do all of our generators still run? Can I extend with ets and have it remove the code for Postgres? I can. That's really cool. It's actually like, that's really cool. Mind if I just pat myself on the back for a second? All right. So now I need to make sure that I can still generate all the crap because I broke a bunch of stuff probably. So let's get rid of all this stuff, get rid of this, get rid of this, update this. Alright, let's try a composing generator. Mix igniter dot install ash postgres. Or say ash postgres. Oops. Oh yeah, I forgot I can just do this as a list now. Dash dash example dash dash extend postgres. That should do all the fancy stuff all in one fucking go. If I didn't break something, which I probably did, honestly. All right. I should get a resource that. I don't even think I demoed the example before, but it'll generate example code, and you can choose what data layer the example code uses. Like, how cool is that? Yep. Yeah, this all looks great. So now theoretically, I should be able to just run, it'll code gen. And I should just, with that one command from an empty project, I should have a fully working app. Ah, shit. That's interesting. Mod igniters. Okay. I've seen worse things happen. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure that out, but let's... Now, is that the only thing it did wrong? So what was that? That was in the application. Is it add new child? So we moved to def, moved to function calling current scope, zipper to down, zipper to right list. To-do block, I think, might be the only thing that's necessary there, but we'll see. All right, so did that work? No case clause. Oh my gosh. Wait. Oh, that might be fine. I'm not trying to rerun the installer. I'm trying to just start the app. No case clause measure. Common dot within true. modify configuration code, config 103. Try update 2 hours is returning. What? That's confusing, but all right. So now I should theoretically be able to read my help desk tickets. Wait. Oh, I must have created this, like the database already existed. I was like, how's their data? All right, cool. So that worked, you know, with some addendums, but one command, I was able to generate some example code, install Ash and Ash Postgres, and have all of the generated example code use Postgres. And now, if I was like, actually, I wanted to use ets, I should be able to say mix. Let's see, mix ash.extend igniter example.support.ticket. Oh, it's already using Postgres. Ets. Yep. Sweet. I'm happy with that outcome. That's a good day's worth of work right there. All right, folks. Well, thanks for dropping in. I'm excited about this. I've got a bunch of little fixes now to push up to the various places and release a new version. I need to release a new version of Spark. I need to get Igniter unblocked to release, which might involve helping out with some sorcerer stuff. And then I need to fix a couple bugs that flow on from changes made in Igniter today. But hopefully that's not going to be too crazy of a process, and we can just get her done. So thanks everybody for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Yeah, till next time. See you later.